So good evening. We're back again. 3-point collectors last night, Saeed. What are you saying?
3-point collectors were in the building. Yeah, I mean, that was a tough one. I can't lie to you, man. Brentford are a very, very kind of tough team to crack, man. But we cracked them. We got the goal in the first half. Yeah, man, it's one of them kind of nights. You know, it's raining, it's wet, it's miserable. You know what I mean? The crowd never, you try to get going, but you know what I mean? We had to just dug in there, man. And you know what? Brentford, fair play to them, man. I think they've only got 2 losses now, I think in 19 games or something like that. It's crazy. Like they're a very, very tough team to beat, man. Thomas Frank, you know, we got them set up nicely. Ivan Toney, but we pocketed him. And then, yeah, man, Rashford got the goal, man. You know what I'm saying? The only one that for me right now has a goal in him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, Rashford did well. Defenders did well. Yeah, man, we needed that, man. After the Sunday game, we needed a reaction. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I came into the game, I thought Brentford will be very, very difficult, but we done them over, man. So I can't lie, I'm happy, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, the goal was decent as well, man. Nice little move. Yep. Anthony chipped it in, headed back, and then straight in. He played all right from what I see. Obviously, I watched the El Clasico instead. Yeah. That game was crazy, man. But from the highlights I've seen, yeah, it looked like you played all right, man. Limited them to next to no chances, really. The highlights that I see, it only showed them having one chance, and that was the one-on-one.
One chance. Yeah, 1v1. I think Tony flicked it on the only time when he got in behind. I think he ran away from Lisandro Martinez because he knew that Lisandro Martinez had him. So he went on to Varane's side. Varane reacted late. They got in, and David Gea, man, does what he does best, man. Shot stopper. You know what I mean? Done well to do that. But I think we nullified them, and I think Ten Hag puts a bit further forward, and I think that kind of helped. I think McTominay further forward. This ain't no Scotland, mate. This ain't international football, man. You know what I mean? Premier League, different kettle of fish, man. He sat back. He played well, actually. Bruno kind of went back as well in that kind of 8 role as well. He had a decent game as well. So I think all in all, Ten Hag got the tactics right today. And I think they never, ever really kind of like split us open, you know what I mean, cause us any danger. And I think ultimately, United just got over the line, man. And we did our thing, man, because I think them kind of games, you don't remember them, man. You know, them kind of games like, Thursday night, Wednesday night, you don't remember them, man. You just kind of get the win and then you get out of there. And we did that, man. And listen, we're back into top 4. And then obviously we kind of move on now, Everton on Saturday. But I think ultimately it was a routine win, man. I think it was nice and easy. No harm done. And yeah, man. Can't lie. Brentford were poor, but I think they kind of deserve to have that one poor performance. They've had a good season, man. But I hope
they've only lost 6 games all season.
Yeah, there you go. That's mad. That's 3 more than you. Just 3.
Yeah, and one of them was last night.
That's mad, That's crazy. But at home, yeah, like Bill says, at home we're coasting. It's away from home. Like that, it's just literally, it's so weird, but it reminds me of I think Pochettino used to have that record where at home they were just invincible, but when they went away from home, they were toothless. But at home, we're literally 1 loss all season at home, and that was Brighton. That was the start of the season, so you can almost accept it because Ten Hag was tinkering, and it was his first game, and it was like Brighton caught us on a bad day. But other than that, I can't lie, man. I think for me, it was a routine win yesterday, man. So I can't lie. Decent win, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And you needed that as well, man. You needed to get back into that top 4. It's the first time since the turn of the year you ain't been in the top 4. And especially with Tottenham dropping points as well, man. It was vital that you won. Obviously, Newcastle absolutely slapped West Ham, man.
Bro,
have you seen the goals from that game? Have you seen them?
Yeah, you know what? I did see them, man. Bro, he just came out of nowhere. Bro, they got smacked up, man. Obviously, I was in the stadium, right? It was in the stadium, and I'm sitting next to Leslie, big up Leslie. She kept telling me, because I'm the only one that gets signal in the stadium. She's telling me, what's the Newcastle score? And I went, 1, 2. And then it was 2-1, but 3, 4. And she went, oh, God. And she thought that West Ham had a chance. I said, nah, mate. Newcastle are serious, man.
As well. I thought a draw maybe, but...
Yeah, man. Like today, on the Big Six, we've got a Newcastle fan on today. You know what I mean? So, Toby, man, your position's on the threat, mate. You know what I mean? Big up Matty,
hey, he's gone off to Kenya, bro. He said, "No, see you later. I'm gone." They've all started crying, bro. Like they've all bounced. Expressions was in Dubai. He's in Kenya.
Yep.
Like they've given up, man. Henry's in Spain. Like they've
no
all given
way.
up. Like he's literally
Henry's in Spain.
Yeah, I went and met him yesterday, man. I'm going to his father-in-law's at the weekend for a barbecue as well, man. So that should be cool.
Oh my days!
Yeah, they've all left the country, mate. They've said enough is enough. It's the history of the Tottenham. Like, to dare is to do, they dared to leave the country.
You know what? It's everything that they say, you know, Tottenham. Like, to dare is to do. What does that actually mean, by the way? To dare is to do. Like, what are they trying to, what's that motto meant to be like?
Fucking William Shakespeare talk, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's the last time they were any good.
Maybe it's to dare to win a trophy. Maybe they're trying to say dare to win a trophy. Yeah.
Then they have that little sign around the stadium that says the game is about glory. Well, when was that then?
Oh my
days. Like 1961. Like, all right, mate. You know what I mean?
They should just have a like, you know what it is, man. Like, you know them, you know when it's like them signs that say how many years is a trophy. Like, oh my god, man. Like some people have them things around the stadium just to kind of motivate them, but maybe they need that, man, to kind of have that motivation. Like, we need to just banish that. But listen, Newcastle, man, they're serious, man, and that's why I'm taking them serious. They got goals in their team. They don't tinker around. They don't concede many goals. Fair play. They're in this top 4 battle, and I think for me, it's United and Newcastle. Tottenham play Brighton on the weekend, so someone will have to cancel each other out there. But listen, Newcastle, I thought that would be a game where West Ham not would get a point, but would make it a little bit difficult. I thought, it might be a bit difficult for this game for them. But they went there and they just smoked them, man. That's not normal.
Sava's in Cape Verde as well, bro. They've actually left the country at the same time.
Wow. That's crazy. Who's left then? I don't even know. Like,
I don't think there's anyone here. Like, is there anyone else? Is there any more Spurs fans that we like or watch? Like,
yeah, man, crazy, man. But I think for me, they're like they've got they've got to proper get it in there, you know, because if they don't, they're in big trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Newcastle ain't gonna fall away. Man United have got a you would say a relatively good fixture on the weekend against Everton at home. So they've got muckled up their ideas, man. You know what I'm saying to you? So, you know, for us, it was about getting that point. But Newcastle have just built a goal difference up.
Mate,
and they've just got +4.
Their fixtures, though, man. I'm just looking at Spurs fixtures. They got Brighton at the weekend. Then they got Bournemouth. Then Newcastle, United, Liverpool.
Yeah. Is that their last 4?
They're dusted. They're done. They ain't getting top 4.
Wow.
Then they've got Palace,
especially got Stellini.
Palace, Villa, Brentford, and Leeds after that. They ain't getting top 4 for shit. Ain't happening.
Nah, mate. Listen.
Congratulations, Man United. Congratulations, Newcastle. Well done.
All right, listen, don't jinx it.
Don't worry, man. It's happening. Top 4.
Yeah. Now, you know what? I think for me, but you know what it is though? Brighton, listen, I'm not. They've got an outside chance because they've got two games in hand over a lot of teams. Especially they got to play us away from at their ground, and obviously they got to play Tottenham. So listen, Brighton maybe, but then again, you know what I mean, they've got Man City as well on the last day as well. So can they win that? You know, especially Man City are going for the league title as well. So I don't know, but they've got an outside chance. They're having an amazing season as well. But for us, we the thing for me that only concerns me is the lack of goals in this Man United team. It is a lot of Rashford. And he is getting the goals in. So other people have to step up. Martial came back from mid news, but others have to step up and chip in with the goals because right now our goal difference is what's the concern. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think we're winning when we need to at home, and then away from home is where we need to just pick up a few more points, man, because it is a bit iffy our away form. You know what I'm saying to you? So yeah, man, I can't lie to you. It's looking good so far, man. You get me?
Yeah, you've stopped the rot, man. That was like the first win in 4 games, wasn't it? So you've stopped the rot. And then obviously Tottenham dropping points at Everton was huge as well, man. So I think he'll be all right. Like, if you look at the fixtures you've got left, like relatively easy compared to Tottenham.
Yeah,
and Tottenham,
100%.
Tottenham barely look like scoring goals. At least you're looking like you're scoring, like having chances and stuff like that again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that don't even look like scoring a goal.
Yeah, I think Stellini, man. Stellini is the Man, they forced bringing in Stellini, a guy who was under Conte, like things would change. This guy was flipping, you know what I mean? What do you call it? Parking a bus against 10 men. You know what did they think would change? Like they were so poor, bringing on Lucas Moura, bringing on David Sisandro. What did they think that was going to change, man? So that's why it gives me good hope. And this is why I'm like, honestly, if we lose out to top 4 against these lot, like, bro, Harry Kane, he needs to just chill because he's the only one that for me that will do something in that team. Everyone else, I don't rate anyone else. I'll be honest with you, like nobody else I rate in that team. Like,
no, they've all been trash, mate. They've all been trash. Yeah, and it's kind of mad as well because they think that by putting Stellini in there, something's going to change. Bro, he was number 2 to Conte. Exactly. He's basically Conte without the wig. It's literally Conte without the wig. Like, what's going on here? And they think it's going to change. Like, what's the matter with this club, man? This club's tabbed. It is.
Conte without a wig, you know.
Yeah, Conte without a wig, bro. Like, it could be worse, though. They could have Lampard as their manager. What's that all about?
Oh, listen, Frank Lampard, mate, Chelsea legend, mate. I'm telling you, he's going to do it, man. He's going to get them relegated. Bro, he could. You never know, man. Listen, who's to say that Frank Lampard's going to come in there and do a good job, man? Because I tell you what, Everton were on the brink, and they sacked him as well. So, bro, Lampard, you know, for me, this is the perfect PR stunt that owner's doing. He's run out of ideas, so he thought, you know what? What can I do to bring the Chelsea fan base together? What can I do that, you know what? It's going to bring back a few memories. All them people who were screaming for Lampard, people that want Mason Mount back in the team, all them situations. Let's bring it all together. And this is the perfect PR stunt. You know what I mean? While they figure out what to do. Because that guy has no idea, you know, that guy, you know. What's his name? Todd Bowley and the other guy? They have no idea what they're doing. You got Champions League to play for. Like, bro.
And then they bring in Frank Lampard out of Enrique's available, Nagelsmann's available, Conte's available. Like, they could have got one
apparently
until the end of the season.
Yep. Conte apparently is the one that they're looking at as well, you know. I couldn't believe that. I read that yesterday. Conte.
It's funny, me and Henry were talking about this yesterday, and I said it wouldn't surprise me if Conte went back there. And then I looked at the news about 2 hours later, and he was linked to them. I was like, shit, no way. But you know what? That probably makes more sense than Lampard. At least he won something. And he would get the respect straight away because he's Antonio Conte. Them players were just taking the piss out of Potter, man. Like, they weren't listening to him at all. It was a little bit like how it ended with Emery at Arsenal. They were just taking the piss in the end, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, of all the managers they could have gone for, they've gone for him.
Yeah. But it just feels like for me, there's no clear plan now. Like, and I don't think they had a clear plan. I think you look at the players that they've got, you know, it's a scattergun approach. It's, you know what I mean? It's whoever they wanted to get. There was no clear plan as to who they were getting. You're looking at Graham Potter. They said it was going to be a long-term project, gave him a 5-year contract. Again, they sacked him after how many months? 3 or 4 months. Again, you know what I mean? Not great at all. Then they now don't want to get a manager because they want to go and get Frank Lampard in just to smoothen up the fan base, just to make sure there's no people that are gunning in for Todd Bowley. Bring him in. That'll cause a bit of calmness in the stadium, in around the fan base, and then wait till the end of the season to go and get a manager. But who's to say that they go and get the right manager? You don't know. They could spend the next 2 or 3 months negotiating with absolutely nobody. Sorry, 7 months. They could be negotiating with anybody, and then they could get it wrong again. So how do we know this Todd Bowley knows what he's doing and this Egbali guy? But they don't know what they're doing. Let's be honest. If they don't get the right manager next, it could be serious, man.
Wait, you remember that program? I don't know if it's still on TV, where Rogue Traders, and then the guy on the motorbike, and then he chases him down the street. Yeah, they're going to rock up at Stamford Bridge before much longer, mate, because that ain't got a clue what they're doing.
No, they could, you know, they could, and this is the thing, man. You know what I mean? There's so many players that are still coming in in the summer. Super Frank Lampard's going to come in. You know what I mean? He's going to play his boy Mason Mount, and then the fan base is going to be up in arms. Like, imagine that, yeah. Mason Mount starts in his first appearance in a long one. Because I've not seen him in the team. I don't know if he's been injured or whatnot. He starts his first game under Frank Lampard. You've got Conor Gallagher. You've got SW6. You've got the Chelsea boys in town. You've got the youth team ready. You know what I mean? This could be the plan. This could be the plan.
Chelsea, mate. Proper Chelsea.
I'm telling you, this could be the plan, man.
Chelsea.
Because I tell you what, man. Listen, them man, Rory Jennings and all them guys, yeah, you know what I mean? The Kensington Council, man, they probably wrote a letter to Todd Bowling and said, yo, listen, go and get Frank Lampard, but you know, make us happy. We're the proper Chelsea. Bring us a proper Chelsea.
Yeah, maybe they did a Twitter space and Bowley was listening or something. Like, do you know? Bro, he's on Twitter and he listens to this. Listens to it all and that, man.
He's there, man. He's there, mate.
If he is actually listening to that, though, they're more fucked than I thought they were.
Bro, it would have surprised you, though. The way he's going on about, the way this guy is, though, you would have surprised me what his plans are like. He must be like, he's a maniac, innit? You know that kind of person in your friend group. You don't know what their next move is. You know what they're trying to do. You don't know what you can't really second guess them. He's that guy, and I think for me,
in your group that you know, even if he ain't getting drunk, and he don't drink or whatever, you know, at some point the switch is going to flip and he's banging something. Yeah. And it's like, just get him. Let's get out of here before it all kicks off. And he's like, no, everyone has a power like that. And just turn into him.
Honestly, start smashing people. You have to watch out for him, man. You have to look after him.
Yeah, that's Bowley, man. He just sits there and goes, well, I'm bored today. Let's go and buy someone for 100 mil.
Yeah, it's true, but that's what will happen. If say now someone's available this summer and it's hot property, like Cavadio, you know, he'll be available in the summer. They'll be like, yeah, you know what, we'll go get Cavadio. There's no clear system, there's no clear idea. And for me, this stinks of a big PR move. Like the fan base is not happy. The fan base is looking for ideas. You know what? Let's go bring Frank Lampard. It's just it's a very, very good PR move from the club. And now fans can be like, you know what? Let's have a bit of vibes back, you know, the Vibes FC. It's a bit of vibes at the end of the season.
That's what they've got left, really, isn't it? Like, their club's finished.
Yeah, that's what they've got.
Yeah. Mate, it's crazy when you actually deep it, yeah. Like, it is actually mad because you're thinking, like, this guy's come in, he spent all this money, and if looking at some of the players they were buying Koulibaly, Sterling. You're thinking they're decent players, man. Yeah. Mate, then they get rid of Tuchel, bring in Potter, and you think, okay, well, if they get decent football going and the money there, they could fly, man. And they couldn't get the football. They go and do another 350 mil. And now you just got a bunch of like mercenaries there, man, that don't look like they want to be there. Like, but they're there for the dough. They're shafted, man.
And like I said, you know what I mean? Enzo Fernandez now is going to have to play Frank Lampard football. You know what I mean? So all the players that have come in thinking, and this is the thing now. Now no player can now really say anything to Frank Lampard because apparently Ashley Cole's coming there. There's a few Chelsea legends coming. You know what I mean? So they're going to be like looking at thinking, shit, I've got to play well here because, you know, this is proper Chelsea. You know what I mean? And the fan base won't like it if we don't play for proper Chelsea. So exactly. they've got to get ready for. They went from Graham Potter football to Frank Lampard football. But he might just tell him, yo, listen, go play the football that you want to play. He might not even play in the tactics. He might even
be like Ollie, just there to cuddle him and give him thumbs up and that.
Oh, Paul Clement is coming as well. Wow, Paul Clement as well. Listen, they're bringing back the old guard, man. I'm surprised.
Mate,
John,
they're literally turning Chelsea into Derby. That's what they're doing.
Well, he's trying to say glorified Derby.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. Like, give it another 2 seasons, they'll be in a playoff final or something because they're getting relegated if they carry on. Could you imagine Chelsea relegated with all that dough? Bro, that'd be mad. All them contracts and that. Like, obviously, they're not going to get relegated this season, but they'll sort it out, man. Like, you could see them just totally disappear.
Bro, the thing is, like, they're lucky there's a gap between them and the next position. I think it's Wolves or something like that, or 12. But there's a gap in between that. If there was no gap here, and it was only like 3 or 4 points behind relegation zone, bro, Lampard would be like, yo, listen, I thought I was coming back here and Chelsea would be in the top 4 or something. But I'm coming back here and it feels like I'm back at Everton. I'm having to kind of fight for my life here. You know what I mean? So, and he didn't fare well. Obviously, he kept him up, Everton, but he didn't really fare well, did he? So, yeah, man, listen, it sucks to be a Chelsea fan right now. You know what I mean? They've got a Champions League quarterfinal against Real Madrid. You got Ramadan Benzema, who's on his way and did a masterclass yesterday in the Classico.
Hey, do you know what? That was the first hat trick for a Barca player for a Madrid player at the Nou Camp since 1963.
Wow. Just goes to
Was
show
the last player to do it in 63, mate. That is insane. I watched that game, mate. They were unreal. Yeah, they were unreal, man. And they could have had more. Like, they missed a couple of sitters as well, man. Like, that could have been 6 or 7, really. Like,
100%.
I couldn't believe it, man. But listen, he's just a shit Arteta, isn't he? Like, Xavi, he's just a shit.
Listen. What are you trying to say, man? He's a salsa Arteta, yeah? I'm telling you, bro.
That's what he is.
You know what it is?
Pulis and that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Bro,
his football stinks. I don't know how they're so far clear in the league. Like, I've watched a lot of La Liga this season. They are shocking, bro. Yeah, you battered them comfortably.
I think Real Madrid obviously have had their inconsistency in the league. I think they've had a couple of draws, a couple of losses where they, it wasn't great. This is where they've kind of picked up the points. They've been more consistent than Real Madrid in the league, but I think Madrid are what Madrid are, man. The cup competition, that's where they come alive, man. You know what I mean? Especially in the Champions League. Now they're going to be cooking for that one as well. They'll go for that another one. Now that Lampard is there now, bro, they'll easily go past them now. Carlo Ancelotti.
Can you imagine if that goes double digits over 2 legs?
Bro, listen.
Would they end up sacking Lampard?
You can't sack proper Chelsea, mate. You know what I mean? That'll be the last draw for Todd Bowley. You know what I mean? But I don't think any Chelsea fan now feels like they've got a chance, but nobody can in their right mind think that Frank Lampard can beat Carlo Ancelotti. You know what I mean? Let's be honest, man. Carlo Ancelotti is head above any manager in world football right now.
That was a complete masterclass last night, man.
Yeah,
it's like I was looking at it and I actually thought they'd lose. Yeah, because like he's only beaten them once in 6 attempts since he's been back there, Ancelotti. Yeah, and they were 1-0 down. So I was thinking, right, they're 1-0 down. They lost at home 1-0. Thinking they're now going to Barca. I was thinking, well, this has got 1-0, 2-0 written all over it. Bro, Vinicius Jr. and Benzema were on fire. Modric as well. Oh my days, man! How's that guy still doing it?
Apparently, was on fire as well. You know, the what do you call it? That turn from Vinicius, bro, that was crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. But that's what he's got in him, man. And Benzema, some of the goals as well, bro. Like, jeez, man.
He tried to nick the first one, didn't he? He tried to nick the first one, as it rolled over the line. And then and then I see it come up on the thing that it weren't his goal. I was like, yeah, you ain't nicking that, mate. Yeah, Vinny was just standing there like this. Like, Benzema's wheeling off, giving it all of that. I was like, ain't your goal, mate. You're shameless.
But you know what it is, Vinicius was on rattling mode, man. He was on smoke, man. But I think for me, Camavinga was my player. The one from the highlights I watched, because obviously I was at the game. Camavinga for me was excellent, man. This guy is only 20, 21. Listen, I would love him in my team. I'm so like proper pissed off we didn't get him, man, because he was available for Man United, but he chose Real Madrid. Like most players, they choose when Real Madrid come calling, you do that. But Vinicius rattling Araujo, you know what I mean, and whatnot. So Barcelona had some players missing. Don't get me wrong. But other than that, I think, listen, Real Madrid were value for money, man. They were value for money yesterday, and they absolutely smoked them, man. You know what I mean? So, bro, Barcelona, man, Xavi coming on the stick. He guy come out in the comments, he's saying, "Oh, we played well, and the scoreline doesn't justify the game." Get out of it, man. You got smoked, man.
He must have to go down to Specsavers today and get his new glasses, man, because I don't know what he was watching. It was funny because every time a goal went in, they panned the camera to Xavi on the touchline.
Yeah.
Funny, man. He was just standing there. He looked clueless, bro. He didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, but
bro,
they were shocking. Lewandowski was dead, bro. Yeah, but you know what was mad? Yeah, I've still not seen a replay of it because when they broke away and scored the first goal, right? I thought that was a penalty on Lewandowski. Yeah, and they never showed a replay of it on the channel I was watching it on. And then they broke away Madrid and scored. Yeah, and I've still not seen a replay of it. But it looked nailed on penalty to me, man.
Yeah.
The amount of players they've picked off of us, fuck them.
Well, you know what it is, though? It raises the question, though, innit? Like Benzema or Lewandowski. You know what I mean? When you look
Benzema's clear, man. He's always been clear.
Benzema in big games performs, though, man. Like Lewandowski, like Champions League, he has performed, but like I said, in the big games recently, man, Benzema's been the guy, man. Benzema always performs. Like in the big games, he's always there. He rarely has a bad game in big games. Like this guy is always there, regardless. I think Benzema is clear. Creativity, everything. His all-round game is clear of Lewandowski. Like Lewandowski might have the goals, but Benzema, his overall game, technically wise, the way he brings people into play, his assists, bro, he's a clear player, bringing the ball up. I think his all-round game is clear of Benzema. You know what I mean, and whatnot. So of Lewandowski, sorry. So yeah, man. Listen, Lewandowski. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I don't know what's going on, mate, but you know what I mean. But for me, Benzema, man, what a player. This guy keeps getting better, though. Like, you know how normally a player, like, he's what, 34, 35 now? I think he is.
Mhm.
Something like that. And he just keeps getting better. Like, normally you kind of think, you know what, he's gonna get a
Do
bit,
you know why? He's never relied on pace.
35,
so
wow.
He's going to sign a new contract as well, another 1 year. But he's never relied on pace. Yeah, like he's always been intelligent because, like, if you ain't got any pace, you're not going to sprint away from anyone. So you have to be better with your feet, and with your head. And like that goal, that hat trick goal last night, mate. The way he just pulled out into space was fucking sick. Absolute baller, mate.
Sick, man.
Yeah. Don't ever compare him to Lewandowski, man. No way, mate. Lewandowski's nowhere near Benzema's level. Yeah. Nowhere near. Yeah, Benzema's been doing it year in, year out. Even when Ronaldo was there, bro, the guy was still the best player. Right? Ronaldo took all the glory with the goals and all that, but he was still easily their best player. Yeah, and then he's gone back up front, and bro, he just don't stop scoring. It's mad.
No, man. And like I said, he's probably got, I don't know if he's got another Euros in him. I don't know with the Deschamps, you know what I mean, if he'll pick him. But listen, I think for me, Benzema, top player, man. Like I said, Real Madrid, he's ready now. He's in that game mode now. You know, he's in that competition mode. He's there now. Yeah. Champions League. I'm ready. I'm ready right now. He's saying, Vinicius, are you ready? You know, Camavinga, are you ready? Modric, are you ready? They're ready, man. You know what I mean? Like the back line as well, solid. You know what I mean? So I think for me, Benzema deserves his due praise. The Real Madrid are cooking right now. This is probably the worst time to play. Chelsea is probably the worst time to play them coming up after a big win like
that. They won 6-0 at the weekend. Yeah, and then they won 4-0 last night. They got Villarreal next, and then Chelsea. And then they got Cadiz, and then Chelsea again, bro. I say like Villarreal have been a tougher game than Cadiz, but they'll fucking batter Cadiz, mate. They're shocking.
Yeah.
And then they've got Chelsea, so it's not like they're even going to be really tested, in that Cadiz game before the second leg, and they'll probably be out of sight after the first leg anyway. It's at Madrid. Chelsea are going there with about 352 players. Yeah, maybe Ashley Cole could get a game. Like maybe if he dust his boots off and like play him at left back. Yeah, because I'll tell you now, mate, they're going to need him. They're going to need him, man. Maybe dust his boots off and get him in there, man, because, that's going to get peak for Chelsea. I can't lie. It is going to get mad. Yeah, they're getting slapped.
100%.
Yeah, big up everyone 100%. Inside, man. There's 650 in here. Make sure you subscribe to Saeed's channel as well. And make sure you smash the likes up. The channel link is in the title. Big up to Todd for that donation as well, bro. He's very happy with Super Frank being back at Chelsea, isn't you, mate? But look at what Lampard had to work with in the past. We act like he's failed with Barca PSG. He took over a mess in all spots. Well, listen, he may have took over a mess at proper Chelsea last time. Yeah, and he got on top 4, but then after that, didn't really happen, did it? Yeah, Derby. Derby. Yeah, my brother loves him, mate. They did the Lampard bounce and all of that at games. It's like, it's just vibes, mate. You lost to fucking Bobby Zamora in the league in the playoff final. My brother went to that game side, right? And fucking I said to him, you know you're going to lose, innit? He was like, no, we're going up. So I bet him 50 quid. Yeah, we didn't hear from him for fucking hours after the game, mate. My mum dad lived in Lincoln at the time. He was down in Wembley, right? But it was funny because I think Harry Redknapp was manager. Yeah, who was it they were playing? What was the fucking team they were playing? Was it? I can't remember. Anyway, but they went down to 10 men. So me and my dad are sitting there thinking, these jammy fuckers, they're going to get promoted, and he's going to come back giving it to Bertie, right? Yeah. And then fucking last minute of fucking extra time, Bobby Zamora scored, bro, 120th minute.
Oh, no way.
120th minute with 10 men, mate. Done them.
Bro, someone say it was Villa. Yeah, bro, listen. That's crazy, man. But you know, it is that. I don't know. I think it's a soft touch, isn't it? Lampard is like, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, this is why I was like so keen on him. Because that sentiment kills football clubs, man. You know what I mean? Look at people like ready, like they're happy that Frank Lampard's back. Sentiment's a killer because I tell you what, if he actually does well and does like what his interim role happens to be good and the fan base are on board, like listen, Todd Bowley, he might say, "Yo, listen, well, the fan base like him, so let's keep him. They didn't like Graham Potter, so let's keep him." You don't know what this guy's going to do. You'd hope for all Chelsea fans that he doesn't do that, because he's not good enough long term. But sentiment. That's why, for me, getting club legends at your football club it's never a good idea, man.
Yeah,
never,
man, never. Because the thing is, you end up with the sentimental side of it, and it's we can't really go in on him and have a go at him because he's a legend of the club. Yeah, but then your club's getting worse and worse and worse, and it's like, where's the cut-off point? And then they leave it embarrassed and ashamed. Yeah, and the fans end up hating them in the end. Then it's like, it should never go down the ex-player route, man, like legend-wise. Anyway, but I don't know, man. It's like, it's weird because if he wins a couple of games and pushes them up the table, gets 3 or 4 wins in a row, all of a sudden they might give him the job, mate, like full time.
And you wouldn't put it past him. You wouldn't put it past Todd Bowley and Egbali doing that. If he brings in the fact, because you know what it is, as much as like I said, Chelsea's a global fan base. That Todd Bowley and Egbali will look at what's going on in the stadium. He'll be like, you know what, the Shedhead's rocking. That stand is rocking. They're all singing Frank Lampard, we want you to stay. You wouldn't put it past the proper Chelsea to put the signs up. You know them signs when they put up, Frank Lampard, please stay. You know what I mean? And they see that, like, well, man, we got an interesting situation going on here, man. You know what I mean? Like,
can you imagine the meetings in the boardroom? They're sitting there and he's going, "Hey, so what do you think, Egbali? Should we see what Frank's doing? Frank who?" He probably don't even know who Frank Lampard is, bro. Yeah. Do you know what's funny? They said that Potter was helping advise them. Did you see that Potter was going to help advise a clean transition?
No way.
Manager, yeah. I'll see that the other day. Fabrizio put it out there. Yeah, he was going to help. What? So is Potter saying go and get Lampard then? Was it Potter who was advising this? Like, that club is an absolute mess, bro. How to destroy a football club in 1 year? That should be made into a film. Like,
bro, and you know what it is, it just shows you, like, money doesn't solve everything, innit? You know what I mean? And that's just the lesson in life, innit? Like, you can throw money at it, but does it really fix the problem? You know what I mean? And this is the key area where Chelsea fans have got to make Todd Bowley accountable. Yes, he's brought you kind of joy in terms of, like, short term, bringing the best players in the world, but has he made the perfect balance? Has he made the perfect environment for a manager? Has he made the perfect environment for Chelsea to thrive in? Now, this is the issue, and this is the area that Chelsea fans need to understand, is that when the next manager comes in, is he in a position to win? Is he in an environment to win? Because you can have all these players, but at the same time, you need Enrique to look at something and be like, right, is that place where I can look at and think, yeah, that's good for me now. Can I go there and succeed? Because there's too many players.
That's the thing. When he took over at Barcelona, there was already that solid core and Messi. Like, do you know what I mean? And if you got Messi in the team, doesn't matter if the other 10 are shit, because you know he's going to do something pretty much every game. Yeah, but then you've got a foundation there and you can work on it. What's he got at Chelsea? Reece James can never stay fit. Money Mace, Minerals Mount. Like, do you know what I mean? Conor Gallagher, and fucking Shai Havertz. That's their spine, bro. Like, are they taking the piss? And then they're going to wheel out Kante when he's 52 years old in a fucking wheelchair. They're going to give him a new contract. Have you seen that? Like, what is
they're going to give him a new contract. One good performance in it, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But again, the thing is, for me, this is where I get crazy. If they do get Conte or Mourinho,
I'm just going to go toilet. I'll be 2 minutes.
Yeah. He's going to isolate so many players, man. You know what I mean? He's going to isolate so many players in the football club that, you know what I mean? And that environment he's going to cause, it's going to be like, well, where's them players that, we wanted to see? You know what I mean? Shai Havertz, you know what I mean? Another player, again, bought for so much money. He was actually bought under Frank Lampard. So the players that he brought in, you know what I mean, in that summer are still here. The ones that have basically flopped. Pulisic, what's he done at Chelsea? He's still there. You know what I mean? How many players are still there from Frank Lampard when he bought them in 2020? I'm sure he brought Thiago Silva. He's been a success, so you can't really blame him. But how many players from Frank Lampard are still there? I was just saying, Lee, how many players from Frank Lampard's era are still there? Kai Havertz is still there. Pulisic is still there. So he might actually be like, you know what, let's bring it back 2020. Let's bring it all the way back.
2020 vibes, man. 2020 vibes.
Mendy's still there. Exactly. 2020 vibes, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Kepa, listen. It's a madness. I wouldn't want to be there.
Kante's still there. Chilwell's still there.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So he might just play his favourites. You know what I mean? And go, you know what? Let's go back to old ways, man. Let's go back to where what I kind of knew. So, bro, it's mad. It's mad, bro. I can't lie. That football club is crazy. And like I said, he's got to get off to the right start. He's got a difficult. Who's he playing? What are their fixtures? Chelsea, by the way. Let's check in here now. Yeah.
Let's have a little look. They have got.
Wolves away.
Oh, they've got. Oh no, they've just played Liverpool. They've got Wolves. Wolves away.
Yeah.
Then they've got Madrid. Then they've got Brighton. Then they've got Madrid.
Ooh.
Then they've got Brentford and Arsenal.
Yeah.
They've still got to play you. That's got to be rescheduled.
Yeah.
They've got Bournemouth and Forest, Man City, and fucking hell, their last two games are Man City and Newcastle.
Man City and Newcastle.
Newcastle could relegate them.
Bro.
Mate, I'm not even joking. They're only 12 points, yeah? And I know that sounds stupid. 12's a lot of points with 10 to play, yeah? But they're 12 points off a relegation zone. All it needs is for them to lose 4 straight games. Yeah? And all of a sudden, they're right down there, mate.
And they're right down there, man. So, listen.
And they've only won 10 games all season.
Wow, 10 games. That's ridiculous, you know, for a club like Chelsea. When you look at how many games...
Liverpool won 3 of them or 2 of them.
Wow, exactly. I think he won a third of the games that you know, for Chelsea this season. And when you look at the Arsenal, how many games they've won, you know what I mean? It's 23. Wow, that's crazy, man. And Chelsea have only won 10. Wow, that's mad.
Yeah, it's actually insane. They've won 10, lost 10, and drawn 9.
Yeah, they won. Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
Mate, they've only scored 29 goals all season.
Wow. You scored 43. Man City scored 45.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Aubameyang spent more time in Barcelona's dressing room this season than he has in Chelsea's.
Where is he, by the way? Where is he, by the way?
I think he was in Barca last night. I'm pretty sure he was at Barcelona's last night.
But how can you do that, though? I don't get that. Is it just because the squad is so bloated he can't be in around the dressing room or something? Imagine being employed by a club, but you can go on holiday whenever you want. I find that mad, you know, people.
Getting paid hundreds of grands every week, and you can just fly around the world, do what you want. You don't have to come training, mate. You just go and have holiday. Go and see all your chums at Barca. He was in the dressing room at the weekend or the weekend before, like taking pictures.
Yeah, he was there, that one, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was there last night as well.
Yeah. You know what? But again, will Frank Lampard be the kind of type, you know, traditional, old school, he wants a striker up front, you know what I mean, and whatnot. It might bring him back all of a sudden. I don't know, but at the same time, he was on Twitch apparently. What? Is that, bro?
Last night he was on Twitch.
That's crazy, man.
Aubameyang's living life. He's like, yeah, they just keep depositing money in my bank every week. It's great. I can play Twitch. I can play on Twitch, play games. Bro, what a life. Well, easy money,
but
man.
You know what it is?
He was playing Fortnite with his brother. Oh, my days.
And his brother's not the best influence as well, you know. His brother...
No, that's right, man. That's spot on as well.
He's not the best influence. He's a crazy guy, man. You know what I'm saying to you? So, man's playing Fortnite as well. Like, man's playing Fortnite at his big age, you know. What's going on, man? Fortnite is for kids, man. What's going on here?
I mean, my nephew's 10 and he plays Fortnite.
Yeah, man. Bro, if his contract is his contract, people are saying it's performance based. I don't think he would sign a contract if it was performance based. He's getting his contract regardless, whether he plays or not. He's getting his weekly contract, and he's living life. He's 33, 34 now. You know, he's probably towards the end of his career. You know what I mean? So he's been thinking, you know what? I'm living my life. I can play Fortnite. I can play Twitch, and that's me. He don't care. He
was playing Fortnite when Chelsea were playing Liverpool.
Wow.
He don't give a shit, bro. He's just like, yeah, cool. I ain't in the squad, so fuck it. I'm going to play Fortnite. Yeah. Why am I sitting and tuning in and pretending I'm supporting them? Because I couldn't give a shit. I rate it.
Bro, it's crazy, you know. And that's what he does. He just kind of says, you know what? This is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? This is me. Like, F you lot, innit? F you lot. Living a dream, man. You know what I mean? Fortnite and chill. You know what I'm saying to you? I wish I could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same. Crazy.
Sat in the stream, like, yo, let's play Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Let's just sit and play Fortnite and YouTube just deposit the money into my bank every month, yeah? Famous Twitch influencer, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Bro, it's
maybe
crazy,
my nephew
man.
was playing Fortnite with Abba. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he does.
You never know online, mate. You know what I mean? Online, you can play anyone, mate. So,
yes,
you know what I mean?
True,
it's
man.
crazy. Man. Luis Enrique apparently is a Twitch. He's a gamer as well. He does Twitch as well. You know what I mean?
He's on Twitch quite a lot.
Yeah, so he might fit in with Aubameyang. You know what I mean? If he's still at the club, they can play Twitch together. You know what I mean? They can do it together.
Get a little games room set up at the bridge. Proper Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. That club's funny, man.
Look at that comment there, by the way. Lampard already is propping up Mason Mount. You just knew it,
man. Yeah, proper Chelsea, mate. Yeah, I'm surprised he ain't come out and said I see a bit of myself in Mace. Like, do you know what I mean? He reminds me of me when I was younger and that.
That'll be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Literally, if he props up Mason Mount and he keeps propping him up and he says, you know what, I want to keep him. Maybe that's again, this is another thing you haven't found. Mason Mount is due to leave Chelsea this summer. He doesn't want to sign a new contract. Who do you bring in for him to sign a new contract?
Exactly.
It makes sense. It's all a PR move. Bring him in, sign him a new contract. He's what represents our club. He's proper Chelsea. He's Cobham. Sign a new contract. So now he's going to stay. And it all makes sense. He's coming out. First thing he says is props. He props Chelsea. So it is what it is. And that is why sometimes Todd Bowley did this situation, because he can't get him to sign a new contract. Oh, bring Frank Lampard in and persuade him, say, you know what, this is a club, man. You could be me one day. Why don't you want to be me? Why don't you want to be me, man? Why don't you want to be
break
me?
My goal scoring record. Yeah, proper Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.
Yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, it all makes sense, man. Yeah, it all makes sense. Nobody could get him to sign a contract. Bring back Frank. Talk to Frank.
Yeah.
Talk to Frank.
That's crazy.
Dear. Mate, it's crazy. Yeah, that club's mad. What's this comment here? New manager is the only one making the decision to give Mount a contract, according to Fabrizio. Yep. Well, the new manager's Lampard at the minute.
Well, the new manager's Lampard, mate. Listen, he's right there. Interim or not, mate, he is there, mate, and he will have the biggest influence. You think Enrique will give a toss about Mason Mount, mate? Listen, he'll be like, yo, jog on, mate. I've seen better.
He was probably sitting there thinking there's about a fucking 100 Mason Mounts in La Messiah. It's true.
So it's not down to him.
He'll make go in there and he'll be like, "Who's this Conor Gallagher motherfucker? Who lit the fan? Who let a fan in? Like, do you know what I mean? What is he here? What is it? Meet and greet day or something for fans?"
Listen, man. He'll be like, "Yo, listen, man. Listen, that don't fool me. You get me? What I like is proper technical players. And Mason Mount ain't that, man. He's just a guy who runs around. Conor Gallagher runs around, and this is it, bro. This is what they do. So I feel like it is a PR. It's an ultimate PR move now. Chelsea fan base have settled now. No result will really matter because they've got Lampard there. You know what I mean? The fan base will be up in arms. The Shedden will be bouncing. We've got Super Frank Lampard. He knows exactly what we need. You know what I mean? They'll sing that song. And then that's it. It's all joyous until the end of the season because it was getting a bit,
James at the back, Mount in attack. We're on our way to Champions League.
Wow. Champions League, no, mate.
You know, Mason Mount starting every single game if he's fit, innit? From now to the end of the season. He will start every single game. Yeah, every game.
Coles. This is what he does. This is what his vision is to come here and bring Mason Mount back. You know what I mean? And the fact that he's got a job back, you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. He left it and then he was like, bro, just come here and do it. So yeah, man. Listen, fair play, man. Fair play.
Big up to Todd, man. He says no big manager is willing to take it right now. Potter was not the answer. People act like it's a 3-year contract. It's until June. Bro, right now it's until June. But if he gets you past Real Madrid, all of a sudden, an eyebrow will be raised. Todd and Egbali will be sitting there going, yes, we can keep Mason Mount as well. Yeah, let's give him the contract. And then he will sign a 3-year contract. The
We've got
fan
the
base
fan
are
base.
back on side. Super Frankie Lampard. You know what I mean?
Super
Legend of the club. All makes
Yep.
sense. All makes sense.
Ticket sales got up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Ticket
and
sales
not only
got
that,
up.
Lampard's not going to command a load of dough. He's done it without dough and got Chelsea top 4 before when they had a ban. Yeah, and he's not going to be on a massive wage himself, whereas Enrique is going to want about 15, 20 mil, isn't he? So
what a way to revive it. Yeah. What a way, though, to revive your managerial career, though, for Lampard. Like, this guy's like, listen, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I don't know where he is at the minute, but he ain't getting another job.
He's still eating off of Man United's payout.
He probably is. He probably is. But you know what, though? What a perfect move for Frank Lampard, just himself, though. If he does well to the end of the season and a club looks at him and says, you know what, ooh, like say now Forest or something like that, they sat their manager. They're like, oh, Frank Lampard's done well at Chelsea. He's managed that squad, a squad full of egos. We might go and get him as a manager. So for him, he's actually like revived. He's a lucky guy, you know, man. He's actually had some decent jobs. Everton, he's had, you know what I mean? Obviously, he had Chelsea job, and then he's back again at Chelsea. Like fair play. And now he sets him up for maybe a career revival. You know, people say West Ham.
It's
I
mad
don't know
because when he got sacked from Everton, you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, that's him dead and buried in football management now.
Dead.
He can go and sit on Sky Sports on Super Saturday or Super Sunday or whatever. Yeah, and he can sit there and talk to Jamie Redknapp about how many trophies he's won and how many he ain't, and have a bit of a banter and all of that. And now all of a sudden, bang, Chelsea manager. It's like, how can you go from there back up to here? Like, football's mad, bro. You can literally get sacked from one job and the next day have another job. You're still going to get paid from that one, and you're getting paid from that one as well. Yeah. Like, it's the only job you can get sacked for being shit and still get a better job.
Yeah,
it's mad.
It shows you. It again shows you that, you know, sometimes owners don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And certainly this owner doesn't know what he's doing. But also, you know what I mean? Like, you just never know what happens in football. Football's crazy. Things can happen, man. You know what I mean? Like, Mbappe this summer, Messi this summer, where does he go? Like, it's crazy. Like, there's so much kind of situations happening. You just never know what happens in football, man. You really never know. Like, look what happened with Mason Greenwood. Like, did we know what's going to happen with Mason Greenwood? That came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So football is like, boom, switch. Everything is like, you know, your career can change. So he's now got a boost now. He's back in London. He's probably living his best life. And it literally is a career. People say it's not a career revival. It is. Because you're back on the main stage. You're back on
He's going to be in a Champions League quarter-final next week. Like, it's crazy. He was getting Everton relegated till he got sacked. Like, do you know what I mean? And now he's in a Champions League quarter-final. Mental. Yeah, this is a good comment as well. Yeah, they can say to him, technically, Roman sacked you. We wouldn't have done that to you, Frank, mate.
That is true, you know. That is true. It's a different feeling. And that's a good thing as well for him as well. The fact that it isn't Roman Abramovich coming back. You know how normally they get Gus Hiddink. Gus Hiddink's normally the guy. Maybe now Frank Lampard's the guy.
Yeah,
he's a new Gus Hiddink
back in there, man.
Yeah. He was a perfect interim, man.
But there's so many managers available, though, and so many more coming available in the summer. Like Simeone and Ancelotti are available this summer.
Yeah,
like David Moyes might be available, right? Because they got battered. He might get sacked real soon. So
he needs to go now. He's one manager. I feel like now.
Did you hear him slagging the fans yesterday?
No, what did he say?
He said something about when you're losing the game or saying that's when. Let me get the quote. I don't want to misquote it.
No way. No way.
Let me get the quote.
He didn't do that. He didn't dare to do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here we go. I found it. Yeah. It says, fucking pop-ups. Can't wait. Right. He said, where is it? Where the fuck? All these pop-ups, man. They're driving me nuts. Where's the quote?
Yeah.
Clicked on this article.
You need to get ad blocker.
There's a million pop-ups, and I can't see anything other than pop-ups.
You know what you do? Get it on free Amazon. It's an extension, ad blocker. I've been using it for years.
Here we go. So he said, I might have walked out tonight as well when I saw it, so I know how it works. Right? But sometimes when it's not good, you have to stand up and be a true supporter as well. Yeah, we've had some great results last year, whether it's been in the league or whether it's been in Europe. And sometimes things aren't going so well and you need everybody behind you. I thought the crowd at the start of the game was fantastic. I thought the atmosphere when we came out and the way we started the game was brilliant. So I've got no qualms with them leaving with a result like that tonight. Yeah. Well, which one fucking is it? Like, are they true supporters, not true supporters for going home, or you're happy with them going home? He's done this before, though. He did this before. He slagged off Man United fans before, years and years ago when he was Man United.
Yeah. Bro, he said some of the worst things I've ever seen as a manager. He goes, we need to aspire to be Man City after losing a derby day. You know, you never say that after a game. You know what I mean? Let alone ever.
Mate, you never say that at all if you're Man United.
At all, exactly.
They should be aspiring to be youth.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We're the kings of Manchester, mate, at that time. And they come over and start doing their thing. We should be that club. We should be a team that should be winning. You know what I mean? And then they come over and say they aspire to be Man City. You know what I mean? That's why I'll always say him and Graham Potter are two worst, like, British managers to have, like, you know, the top clubs. When they've come over, they've been poor. But I just think ultimately, David Moyes, I don't know why they keep hanging. This guy is another guy that, for me, like, why is he been sacked? Why has he not been sacked when Vieira has a little bit of a struggle, but then doesn't get sacked? But all of a sudden, this guy here has not been sacked. I just don't get it, mate. I just don't. But that's, again, the owners have not been great as well at West Ham. You know what I mean? There's always some trouble there. You know what I mean? I was speaking to Dan Lawrence yesterday. He was not confident, man, at all. But they're in a mess, man. Their stadium is a shit. I don't really like that stadium, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
I refused to go. I had tickets for West Ham away. I refused to go, mate. You need your binoculars out. Like, it's fucking. It's real talk, bro. It's almost like the Trossard celebration. Do you know what I'm saying?
That is legendary, by the way, man. That is legendary, man. Honestly. But you know what?
Any excuse for me to bring that picture out, mate, and I'm bringing it out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. David Moyes, last season, he did well. He got them to as far as he could. But they reached a ceiling now. And this season's not good enough, man. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. They spent some good money. They've got Skamaka, who's hardly playing. I don't know what's up with him. You know what I mean? So they're just poor, man. And Declan Rice, if they get relegated, Declan Rice is sniffing around. Got a couple of players in there that I would look at and think, you know what, fair play. Again, for me, it's a good centre back. Hey?
Would you take Jared Bowen?
Jared Bowen, I think, you know what? Nah, I wouldn't take him. I think he's good, but he's a very, very purple patch kind of player, man. I don't know. He's in form, and then he's, you know what I mean? I just think sometimes he's a bit hit and miss. I would take Agard, though. Agard is a top centre back for me. I like him, man.
Did you not see the mistake he made last night?
Yeah, I know. It's horrible, though. But
based on that alone, I do not want him anywhere near my club.
That was horrible.
He turned back into Fabianski. He couldn't save anything.
Bro, he's the most overrated keeper ever. Do you not think Fabianski is the most overrated keeper in the Premier League? Like, I don't know what it is. He keeps playing every game. Why is that other French keeper not playing? But he's a better keeper than him. But somehow this keeper he's playing.
Didn't it? Mate, when he came running out, I see a picture of it today. So I thought, let me go and check the highlights of the game. Right? And I see he was standing next to Isak, and they're just both standing watching the ball go in right next to each other. I was pissing myself when I see it because I didn't know what had happened. I was like, why is he standing there? Maybe it was at the end of the game or something. And then I watched the highlights earlier, and I was like, he's come running out, and then it's gone to Isak, and he's chipped it straight, and they're just both standing there watching it go in.
Nah, they were poor, man.
Useless, mate. That's why we got rid of him. Fabianski.
Fabianski, man. Flipping out,
but Quetta's not a bad player. He's a good player, he is.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
He's not as good as he's not as good as Bruno at Newcastle. See some of the passes he made, what a player.
Bruno Gimenez, honestly, man. Listen, I would love him in my team, man. Bruno Gimenez is a top player, man. Very, very controls games. You know what, man? Brazil have got the future, man. He's only 25 as well, man. Bruno Gimenez, they'll make Champions League football next year. And you know what? If they get some good players in there, listen, watch out for Newcastle, mate. I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? Watch out for them. If they can get key players in that squad and they improve, bro, they might be a team to watch out for, man, next season.
Newcastle against Real Madrid and Newcastle against Bayern. It's going to be mad.
Yeah, but they've got the right stadium. They've got the right fans. If there's a club that suits Champions League football, it's probably Newcastle, and probably more so than Tottenham. Like, Tottenham don't have the history like Newcastle have.
At least Newcastle will have a go. Like,
exactly.
Look how good they're defensive, bro. They've lost 3 games all season.
They're more shaped and equipped for Champions League football more than Tottenham. Tottenham ain't equipped for Champions League football. You know what I mean? These guys are. They've got good defense.
They've lost 3 games all season, bro. They've only conceded 20 goals. That's
20 goals,
7 less than Arsenal.
Yep. And
It's crazy.
I think the goal difference is getting better now as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
they're
it's
on
on 26.
26.
They've got more
Yeah,
than United, more than Tottenham, more than bro. That's mad.
they got the best defense in the
Albert.
league. They've won
Yep, best defense in the league.
They've won 14 games, drawn 11, and only lost 3. That's mad. Can you imagine Real Madrid going to fucking St James's Park and like they'll just stink it at 0-0 or a 1-0 Callum
Yep.
Wilson breakaway or something, and then going out to the Bernabeu, man, 1-0 lead. That'd be mad.
When do you have them? By the way, when do you have them?
May. I think we got them in May.
Oh,
I think. Let me just double check. I think we've got them in May.
You better hope that they're Champions League.
May. It's the first game in May.
Oh,
don't worry, man. It's not to be wrapped up at the Etihad, bro. Don't worry about that. Like,
yeah.
imagine if we won it at the Etihad. That'd be mad,
bro.
Listen, it might happen, man. Who have Man City got this weekend?
They've got Southampton.
Southampton. Oh, you know. Although saying that, mate. Fucking Southampton. Is it away? Yeah, it is. Southampton knocked them out the cup, didn't they?
Yeah, but I've watched them, man. They're poor, man. You know what I mean? Since that United draw,
Maitland Niles a step up. Yeah, Theo Walcott a step up. Like the old boys, band are coming back together. Like
maybe it might help you because Willock's helped you. Willock's helped you a lot. You know what I mean? So maybe this might be the game where he kind of comes there. But listen, Man City, Haaland back as well. I don't see it happening, man. I really don't. But your game this weekend, Lee, man. How are you feeling? Like, you know,
I'm confident, bro. I am super confident. I probably shouldn't be so mouthy and cocky with it, but I think we'll beat them.
Humbler. Listen, it's a humbler. Anfield's a humbler. Whatever you do, just don't do what I did. You know what I mean? Because I went in there and I went gun ho. We're having it. Grizz Khan, what are you saying? But
mate, I've already done that. It's a bit late for that. I've already been giving it the big one all week. I was on the show with Terry Flewers yesterday, and I was or Tuesday, sorry, and I was like, "Yo, we're going there and we're slapping him, mate." So Trent's getting cooked again. Like Martinelli puts him in the bin every time he plays against him. Even if we lose at Anfield, Martinelli has a good game against Trent. Yeah, and mate, Saka's going to absolutely twist Robertson up all ends up like Mahrez did. It's probably still scarred from Mahrez masterclass the other day. Salah. No, man. I think we should play Tierney in that game though, right? Just because Salah hugs that touchline. Yeah, and if Zinchenko goes wandering off into midfield, one diagonal from Van Dijk and he's in.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, I'll probably be Tierney, but I think for me, I just think Arsenal are dominant in most areas. I really do, and you know what I mean. I think ultimately, yes, we got humbled, but Arsenal are not United, innit? Like Arsenal are more stronger in terms of as a unit, as a team, more than United. We've got our frailties. We rely on certain players, but for you lot, you know what I mean. Like you guys know what to do in these big games. So, what's your away record like in terms of the top 6 though?
Best in the league. Best away record in the league. We went Tottenham and beat them. We beat Chelsea away. We beat. Oh no, we ain't played Newcastle away yet. No, so we still got Liverpool. We lost to you, but we still got Liverpool, Man City, and Newcastle still to play away from home.
So you've won 3 and then got 3. Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, no, we beat Tottenham and we beat Chelsea. I think they're the only away ones we've had, haven't we? We ain't played Man City yet. Yeah, we ain't played Man City or Liverpool yet. Who else is there? We lost to you. So yeah, it's like but our away form's sick. We got the best away form in the league.
Yeah, that's a big positive when you think about it.
They've got the 3rd or 4th best. Yeah, I think you've overtook them now with your win last night. But they got the 4th best home record with Liverpool. Yeah, it's mad. They're just shocking away from home. Like we beat them at home. Yeah, we beat them 3-2. But it's Anfield, man. And the problem with Anfield is you just don't know what's going to happen, isn't it?
You don't know. Like, literally, one goal, the fan base, everything is kind of like, it goes into like psycho mode, man. They turn up. Klopp decides to do what he needs to do. I just think it's a fan base. Like, it's like that was at home. Like, it's like teams when they're not, you know what I mean, cohesive as a team and they haven't got the most, you know, cohesive team. At home is where they find their solace. It's home where they feel they've got a comfort blanket on, and they just perform. We've performed at home with the fan base on our side. When they're away from home, I don't know if they don't hear the Anfield song or they don't hear "You Never Walk Alone," but you know, I don't know what it is. United and Liverpool, we just don't seem to be away from home performing. I don't know. You know what I mean? Whereas Arsenal have been.
Maybe it's because the fans at home are more like there's more fans, more of your own fans there, so it's almost like they play for the fans. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But saying that, when Ollie was there, you had a wicked away form. Like you went like 20 odd games unbeaten, didn't you? So,
but then again, our home form wasn't great, and this is the problem. This is the thing. Then our home form wasn't great, so you're either this is how you mature into a very, very good team. You know what I mean? And you end up winning the title because your home form and your away form is
Liverpool's
good.
atmosphere is a myth, by the way. Yeah, I've been to Anfield. Man. Right, I've been to Anfield maybe 8 times. Yeah, but they've never been a nighttime game. It's always been an early kickoff or 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 5, something like that. Yeah, it's never been under the lights and like all of that. Bro, they don't sing until they score. Yeah, they sing that Never Walk Alone as they're coming out, and then they're silent until a goal goes in. Yeah,
it's a myth.
Champions League night, maybe it's different. Like you see it on TV against Barcelona and all of that. Totally different when they're 3-0 down and they have to get riled up for it. Yeah, their atmosphere is a myth, mate. Atletico Madrid's atmosphere pisses all over Liverpool's.
Yeah, 100%. But I think this is the first time though that you're playing them on a Sunday 4:30. I can't remember when Liverpool played on a Sunday 4:30 kickoff. So this is prime time.
I was at the gate. I think it was the 5-1.
Oh, was it the 5-1?
I think it was definitely a Sunday. Yeah, I remember it. It was when Lacazette signed for us, and then he put him on the bench, and we got absolutely battered. Yeah, I think it was 4 or 5 that day. Yeah, I think that. But I don't know. 4 o'clock kickoff or the 4:30. It might have been the 2 o'clock, but either way, we got absolutely spanked. That was when Salah went fucking running the whole length of the pitch. There you go, 4-0.
Oh yeah, no, 4-0. That was it. Yes. Yeah, that was the start of the season.
Bellerin tried doing a Cruyff turn on the edge of their box, and then Salah just ran the whole length of the pitch. Mate, that game was crazy, man. Like we were fucking dog shit. Mesut Ozil sitting on the floor like this, and fucking absolute shit show. But yeah, man, every time I've been there, I've seen us get battered every time. Literally every time. Same with the Etihad, bro. Every time I've been to the Etihad, I've missed the first goal before, fucking waiting for judges with my ticket. Yeah, and fucking all you heard is the tannoy, Sergio Aguero. Like, first minute. And no I think we were 2-0 down.
Yeah. No wins since 2012, man. So something's got to change, man. Something's got to give if you want to win this title. Because I
wonder if Arteta's got Never Walk Alone playing in training this week.
Get the lighters out. Get the lighters out.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Listen, we are going to wrap this up, people. Big up to Saeed. What you got coming up, bro?
Yeah, I'm live at 5 p.m. Any United fans in the chat or just any fans in general, come and join us 5 p.m. We're live for Mandem Talk. But yeah, man, love for having me on. Like the video, people, man. Let's get the likes up, man. But big up, man.
Yeah, can't big up, man. There's still nearly 700 in here, so make sure you are smashing the likes up. I'm back again with rants today, not tomorrow, on his Twitch. I'm on there at 3 o'clock UK time. So what's that, 45? Fuck, I better eat. I better go and do some food, man. So yeah, I'm on there in 45 minutes. I will have a video dropping later on both the channels as well. It'll be an upload. So there'll be one on the second channel. Make sure you sub to that, pinned comment. Saeed's link is in the title. And yeah, man, I'm going to go and eat some food. And we're out of here, people. Proper Chelsea.